That's me. That's me. Oh my God, do you see this?
Yes?
I'm beautiful!
Hey guys, this is I Ride Plus Size, and this is my first video, my first motovlog. And I just wanted to come on here and take a little ride and introduce myself. My name is Morgan, and I am 30-ish, and I am a plus size motorcycle rider. And so yeah, I just wanted to start a little motovlog channel, and basically the reason why I wanted to do it, I've been riding since like 2013, and you just don't see a lot of big girls who ride motorcycles. I've seen a couple of big girls posing on motorcycles, but it's not totally unheard of, but they're far and few between. So I just kind of wanted to come on here, represent for all the big girls out there, and just kind of show everyone that you don't have to wait to lose the weight to ride a motorcycle. You don't have to change to be able to ride a motorcycle. So I wanted to tell you guys how I started riding. I went all through adult life up until, all the way through my 20s, never really desiring to ride a motorcycle. Like, I really never thought it was like super hot. Like, when I saw guys riding, I was never like, ooh. I never really saw girls riding or noticed. It really wasn't my thing. It was never like an attractive thing for me. Like, it was never attractive in that way. But what happened was I met someone who rode, and it was really funny because I think like we had known each other for just a few days, and they were like their car had broken down and they had a rental car, and they were like, yeah, well, worst case scenario, wow, if I didn't have my rental car, I could always ride my bike. And I was like, yeah, that'd be like really good exercise. That's great. I thought he was gonna ride his bicycle to work, but he was like, no, a motorcycle. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I never asked to ride it. I never, desired to ride it. Didn't really give a crap. But they were like, hey, you should totally ride with me. And I was like, no, I'm good. Like, no, I'm good. I never felt like I'm too fat to be on the back of it. I've always kind of like owned my weight and carried it pretty well and been comfortable with myself. So I never said anything like, oh, I'm too fat. I never said that. I was just like, no, I'm good. But he kind of like was persistent, and I've always felt like pretty sexy even at my like weight. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll ride. And so I went on the back, and I remember when I first got on it, I felt like I was so exposed and up high, and I was like, oh God, oh my God. And I literally like cried tears. But then, like, as soon as we started going, like, out of the parking lot, I was like, yes, this is the best. Like, I could feel, like, I felt, it was like more like a sensation, like I had felt my whole entire life, because I had grown up on wheels. Like, I had grown up on four-wheelers, three-wheelers, just riding and like beat up little shit cars in the yard when I was a kid. And snowmobiling was my thing. It was my jam. It's like all we did because I grew up in Maine. And yeah, so when I got going, I was like, yeah, this is a sensation I know well, and I loved being exposed in the air, and I loved everything about it. And so I rode with him backpack for maybe 6 months or so. Like, I loved riding with him, and people were always like, when are you gonna get your own bike? And I was like, soon. And so I was in college at the time. Like, I was like just hit 30, whatever. And so I took the class. I think it was in February. I took it and passed it, and sure enough, like, oh yeah, another thing, I bought my bike actually before I took the class. So I took the class, passed it, changed, went over, got my license, changed to like a motorcycle endorsement, and I was like riding the next day, and I think I did really good. Like, I'm not a daredevil by any sense of the word, but I think I did good and caught on pretty well and really enjoyed it. So that's what I've been doing. That's why I started riding. What else? I'm trying to think. I don't know. That's just how I started, and I do love the ride. There are certain things about the riding, you know, the whole thing that comes along with it. Like, I did start out, for example, in a bike club, and that really wasn't for me. Sometimes the social part of it isn't always my jam, but I'm always down for a ride. Like, I love just the open air, the actual riding part. Like, the standing around in parking lots and talking about bikes, I could probably do without most of the time. But, you know, I'm cool with, like, you know, little stops here and there, but yeah, the whole standing around in a parking lot for 3 hours, you know, that's not my thing. My thing is the ride. So I like that. You know, I'm also not too much into the whole, like, showing off with the motorcycle thing. Like, that's not really my thing. Yeah. I like the ride. Okay. What else can I talk about? So, you know, being a plus size rider, you know, I don't know how to word it. I don't know if I'll call it a difficulty, but I will say there have been a couple of, like, maybe they're kind of like roadblocks for people, but not really for me, but I just want to kind of talk about them, mention them. So one thing is, like, just out the box, there were a few people who were like naysayers, you know, who were like not okay with it, who were like, oh, are you sure you really want to do that? Why would you want to do that? This, that, the other. They were just, you know, obviously not okay with it. So you're going to have people who are not okay with it on your ass, telling you not to do it, telling you, like, all the reasons why you should not, which are pretty obvious to everyone who rides. But the second thing was just, like, everything, like, the instructors. When I took the course, there was some sexism there. Some people might just be scared to take the class because I was the only girl. It's pretty random to have a girl, pretty rare, they said. There's not a lot of girls that take the classes. The instructor had a one-on-one chat with me to let me know that he basically had a chat with me one-on-one to let me know that I didn't have to do this to impress anyone, and that I didn't have to ride for anyone, and that if I was being, like, coerced into this for any reason, then I could just say no and just keep it moving. And I was like, what? Like, obviously, like, in the course, this is after you paid for the class, like, hey, let me just talk to you. Like, I don't know if he was trying to be helpful to me or if he just felt like, I don't know what was his problem. Maybe it was because I was plus size. He felt like there was, I don't know. It was just crazy. So that happened. Another roadblock is just the bikes in general, okay? So everybody starts out on a 300 or a 250 or whatever. And even when you take the class, you take the class on like a 125 or a 150. And like, when you take the class, the parking lot is like so small. And you have to, you know, get going and put your feet up in this like little tiny parking lot, but you're on this wobbly little bike and you can't go over 10 miles an hour. It was crazy. So just the bikes you learn on, it can be a little challenging. I'm sure there are people my weight and bigger who are men who do just fine. I don't know. It wasn't that horrible. Just, you know, finding a bike for yourself, like, you kind of ask yourself, like, what size bike do I want? I want it to fit me. I like big bikes. I'm a big girl. Like, I don't like small bikes. Like, I never have. But, you know, the bike I have now is the 750. It's what I started on. I do want to upgrade, but I didn't want to start out on a 300 or 250. I felt like I wouldn't really have enough oops, and I felt like I would look kind of ridiculous. And so one of the bikes I really like and want is a Busa, but you know, also I'm short, so therein lies another roadblock because I met this girl in, I think it was Daytona Bike Week, and she had a Busa and it was slammed to the ground, and I was like, hey, can I sit on your bike? Because I really want a Busa. I like the Busa. They're just a big bike. And she was like, yeah. So I got on it and I could not touch. Slammed to the ground, like couldn't even tippy toe on that. So it was like, whatever. And Busa is probably not gonna ever happen. Now, like Kawasaki's, I don't know if it was because the Busa was so wide that it just like, that's why I couldn't touch, because like it was wider. So, you know, a Kawasaki's a little narrower, so I tend to touch better. But right now I have I ride a Katana 750, a Suzuki Katana 750, so it works. The seat's comfortable. A lot of thought went into it. Also, it kind of came to me, like it just kind of showed up for sale, and I was like, boom, that's it. It was owned by a woman before me. I still had to get it lowered, but she was gentle on it. It's been a nice bike. Yeah, gear is another stumbling block because you're not going to find a lot of gear. Yeah, like I'm not wearing gear right now. It's just a real challenge to find anything. Almost impossible. I guess it's kind of also, I mean, I guess I could have something custom made, but it's not really that affordable. You can find gear that fits me, but the only thing is it's not really made for my body. Like, your sleeves are going to be so long, it's going to be long like a dress. Like, it's just not made for a woman or for like a woman's body. There are a couple people, I think there's like one company that makes like jackets in pluser sizes, but they're like, there's like a Diva 1 and a Diva 2 is their size, which is like a 1X and a 2X, but I'm a 3X. And they're just, and they're also like, they're smaller size. Like they're a 1X and a 2X, but they're like, they're tight. They're not like a true, you know, women's 1X or 2X. They're just not true. Like they're just very smallish. So yeah. So that's the challenge. Like I just know there's not any pants out there for me. I could be wearing jeans, but so I just started riding. So the hell with it. And just wear what's comfortable, because I mean, sometimes I find gear, but it's so uncomfortably obstructive. It's almost like more dangerous for me to ride because my sleeves are falling over my gloves, or, you know, I can't turn because it's so tight. I can't turn to see, like, if I'm at a stop sign, I can't turn. It, like, it's so obstructive. It's just ridiculous. So I figure for me, for what's available to me, I'm actually safer just riding free. So I know the rest is but my choice, right? Okay, everyone, so this is my first video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it a little bit, got to know something about me, and I definitely have a lot more to say. So definitely come back and take some more rides with me. Come for a ride plus size, and we'll have a good time. All right, bye. Come for a ride on the plus side.